you for joining us for the Essence of the Week for June 5th, 2011. I am the light. The light is surrounding me. The light is transforming me. The light is protecting me. Divine love is flowing around and through me, solving and dissolving all situations for the good of all. A higher power is in charge of my life, and only good can come through me. My mind is open, my heart is receptive, and miracles are happening right now. I consciously choose to raise my vibration to a place of truth and light. Yes, well, you know, confusion. The channel is talking this week about confusion. People have been calling her. She has been running into people on the street, and their confusion has added to her own confusion, because she is trying to figure out what's the pattern in this confusion. What's the end point of this confusion? Where did this confusion come from? Well, the very definition of confusion is there is no pattern, it has no end point, it has no beginning. And so we invite you to be confused. That's the place that is meant for you to be in at this particular time. So what is possible while you are in a state of confusion? Well, you know, the channel gave you the example of the blind men trying to describe the elephant. One grasping the trunk, one grasping the tail, one grasping the leg, etc., etc. That's where you're meant to be. What's in front of you? If it feels like a rope, look at the rope. If it feels like a tree trunk, look at the tree trunk. Because eventually, it is in looking at what is right in front of you that you begin to see the big picture. You are gathering the pieces. Again and again and again, the channel has used the term gathering your wisdom. This is what you're doing. This state of confusion is where you have gathered up everything that you've been working on, and you've spread it out on the table in front of you. And you are saying, all right, what does all this mean? How does all this fit together? I don't see the picture. You don't see the picture yet. But in the state of confusion, you get to examine each piece. What does each piece mean to you? You need to fully understand each piece before you understand the whole. If you didn't have the tail of the elephant, it wouldn't be whole. If you didn't have the trunk of the elephant, the picture wouldn't be complete. And so everything that is popping up into your consciousness at this time is there for a reason. Many of you are going back and looking at old behaviors and recognizing them and saying, oh, I used to live there. That's a favorite phrase of the channel, you know, I used to live in that state of being, and I don't anymore. Part of it is for you to look at that, to see where you were and who you are now. You may be confused, but you're not lost. You know you're confused. That's what, you know, her coaching parlance would call conscious incompetence. You don't know where you are, but you do know you're confused, which is much better than just being confused and thinking you know it all, which is the place many of you came from. And so we want to give you permission to be confused. You're not comfortable there. You don't like to stay there, and you don't stay there because you examine where you're at until it all begins to make sense. And it will. We have told you over the past few weeks that this is a time of preparation and waiting. We have talked about waiting at the bus stop. Well, many of you don't know what bus is coming. Many of you are sitting there saying, all right, I'm expecting a bus. I wish it would show up, and I'd sure like to know where it's taking me. we want you to rest easy knowing that this is a purposeful place. There is purpose in being in this state of confusion. Because for many of you, things are going to become clearer on a deep level. Things that you haven't even been thinking about. It's only when you sit still and allow those thoughts to come forward out of the confusion that you can recognize them. If you are putting your hand in the pool, stirring up the water, you can't see anything. You're confused. That's all right. What does that mean? That means there's new information there that doesn't make sense to you. That's certainly better than being bored, isn't it? There are new feelings, new energies, and you don't have the full picture yet. So we invite you to sit in this space of confusion. We have said for longer than any of you can comprehend that where nothing is real, everything is possible. And since nothing is real, everything is possible. So we invite you to sit in this place of infinite possibility and allow the waters to still and allow yourself to look into the pool and see what you see reflected there. Give yourself permission to gaze into the nothingness and see what is looking back at you. Because this is all preparation for the second half of this most remarkable year. You know, over the last 5-6 years, each year has been more intense, more remarkable, and faster than the year before. You are still speeding up, even though to some of you it feels that you are dead in the water. Everything is moving, and it's all moving forward. Nothing is going backward. Nothing is going backward. You are all being moved forward. So simply pay attention to where you are. Don't try to put the picture together. Look at the pieces. Look at each day as it comes to you as a gift. Oh, there's something today, although I can't understand it and I don't know what it is, but there's a piece there for me. And it is about gathering the wisdom. It is about waiting until the picture becomes clear. And it will become clear, and it will make sense, and it will be good, and it will be positive. Just float on your back for a while and see what the clouds overhead look like. Make pictures. Dream dreams. Allow everything to fall into place. You can't make it happen. You've done the work. Simply allow it to unfold. Yes, we will close.